Guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is So Akoro from you. If this is your first time seeing my channel, you're welcome. And in this channel, we'll do sewing tutorials and mostly all about how to cut patterns and anything related to fashion. Mostly all about how to cut. In case you know how to join clothes together and so, but you don't know how to cut, then this is the right channel for you. And also if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love. And for our first time, you know, like this is your first time coming across my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It is important, and don't forget it is free also. Ehen. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching us how to read your tape measure, because I realized that so many of us don't really know how to read our tape measures, and it is a very important area in your sewing journey, because if you don't have the accurate measurement of a client, or you don't even know how to like place your tape measure, or how to even calculate using the tape measure with the body proportion and every other thing, you can actually just sew a wrong thing for a particular client, and that will create chaos and you know nothing to write home about. So in this video, I'm just going to be showing you how you actually read all these numbers and what numbers they actually give them and what you call them. So in a tape measure, it is the first big size is we have this is a bigger one. We have retractable tape measure. We have the smaller one, which is like an half inch. This is almost like a 0.75 inch. It's not up to 1 inch. We have one that is like half inch. We have different tape measures. We have one that is up to like 120. This is just up to like 60 inches. And this side that we have the numbers bigger, this is called the inches. This place is called the inches. We have two sides to a tape measure. They call it a prue, they call it tape measure. Yes. We have the other side, which is measured by centimeters. If you're a really very good if you're into pattern drafting, they use mostly centimeters, and a lot of people use actually inches. Sometimes I use centimeter and sometimes I use inches. Well, for the purpose of tutorial, I better use inches, because people are used to like inches so very much. People are used to inches. So first and foremost, I'm going to be explaining to you how this works. So we have like this iron here, and from this iron we have like a we have like three other lines here. Like this place is covering. We have like three other. I don't want to remove this thing because some do actually remove it, but I like it. It actually secures my point. Sure you get. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 1, 2. I don't know if you can see very well. Like 1, 2, 3. Yes, before you actually get to a longer line, you have like a longer one. This is the longer one. Let me make it like long. No, let's do long. No, let's do longest. I'm so sorry. I'm just looking for a better way to like express it to you. So from the first three, 1, 2, 3, and you see a line that goes down, longer than the first three. This is an half inch. This is a half. They say half an inch. Many people call it different ways. You have half inch, you have half an inch, and if you're very versatile with patterns, you call it 0.5. Yes, I actually like calling my numbers like that. I'm not used to all those half inch. Not really. So this is your 0.5. After the first three lines, and you get to the one that is longer than the first three lines. This is your half inch. This line, this is your half inch. And when you go to another three, 1, 2, 3, you get to a longer one that is bolder. It's bolder than the rest of these ones. So when you add 0.5 to another 0.5, that gives you 1 inch. This is the 1 inch. Let me come again with that. This iron here, we have like this kind of three lines here, like this, because this iron is actually covering it, so you can't get to see it. but it's the same thing that is on this side, that is on this side. So when you count 1, 2, 3, you meet a long line that is longer than the right that the previous 1, 2, 3 you've counted, and this gives you your 0.5. And when you go further, count another three. 1, 2, 3. You see another longer line that makes you that gives you a 1.1 inch. I beg your pardon. That gives you 1 inch. So if you go further, 1, 2, 3, meet this longer line. 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5. That gives you 1.5 inches. This is inches. That gives you 1.5 inches. But do you know that all these numbers actually have their own numbers too? Let's start from this 1 inch. This is 1 inch, right? From here to here is our 1 inch, and the one is boldly written here. So what do we call this? The next one that is here. This is 1.2. I don't know how this is 1.2. Do you know that between this line is actually coming out more than these two? This line is coming out more than it. So that tells you that this actually divides this and this together. Like this line is dividing these three lines and these three lines here. I hope you can understand. Like these three lines and these three lines is dividing this. This one line and one line is dividing these two. So this is our 1 inch. This is our 1.2. This is our 1.25. This is our 1.3. This is our 1.5. And this is our 1.6. This is 1.75. This can actually be 1.8, 1.9, and this is our 2 inches. It's just like you counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure you get. So you just like count it all the way before you get to. And there are some measurements that you actually need 0.25, 1.25, 1.75. So you need to be familiar with where your 0.75 is. So once you come here, second to the last point before you get to a bold long line is always 1.7, is always 0.75, and this always indicates half an inch. So you can actually start your measurement anywhere. I can do from 3 to 4. I know that is my 1 inch. Of course, now we know how the arithmetic goes: 1, 2, 3, 4. But what about all these smaller points? Those are the main point, because in some measurements, especially in pattern drafting, you need more of 0.25, 0.75. Sure you get. So I hope you can understand that. So that goes on and on like that. So this is 1 inch, 1.2, 1.25, 1.3, 1.5, 1.6, 1.75, 1.8 or 1.9, and 2 inches, 2.2, 2.5, 2.3, 2.5. Oh, sorry, 2.25 rather, 2.3, 2.5, 2.6, 2.75, 2.9, and 3 inches. And it goes on and on like so. Don't forget, I told you that this inches stops at 60 inches, and we have a longer one that actually stops at 120. But mostly you will see this ones. And moving on to the centimeter. The centimeter too is almost the same way like this. But if you're measuring with centimeter, make sure you actually measure the client with centimeter so you don't get the wrong measurement. I tell you. So make sure you always try and convert your centimeter also to inches. And if you are not well familiar with centimeter, just stick with your inches. I hope I'm able to convince you and not to confuse you. In case you have any further question, you can actually talk to me in the comment section. I'll be there. And thank you for joining me to this tutorial. I hope you really enjoyed it. And if you need a tutorial for me to give, you can actually drop it in the comment section. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys. I love you. Bye bye.